Cash Paymaster Services says if an interim contract is not signed with the South African Social Security Agency by this afternoon, it will not be able to pay social grant recipients on the 1st of next month. The CEO of CP's parent company, Serge Bellamont, said in court papers filed ahead of today's Constitutional Court hearing that the company needed at least 12 working days to ensure that the money will be paid out in time. Meanwhile, Social Development Minister Batabile Dlamini has told Parliament that there is no crisis and that the grants will be paid on time.
The opposition claims that there is a crisis at SASSA. Is therefore nothing more than a mere self-serving propaganda and political grandstanding of the highest order. They must stop with their scare campaign, which has caused public panic and anxiety.
Meanwhile, the Constitutional Court hears the matter over the payments of social grants today. The civil rights organization Black Sash wants the court to allow the South African Social Security Agency to enter into a new contract with CPS, but under strict conditions and oversight. We cross now live to our reporter Eldrin St. Pierre, who is at the Constitutional Court. Eldrin, it's a very good morning to you. Black Sash here, not against the contract between CPS and SASSA, but saying that there should be there should be oversight on this contract.
Well, yes, good morning, Balisa. Yes, that's the indication from Black Sash. They came to the Constitutional Court wanting the Constitutional Court to intervene in this pending crisis, considering there's only just over 2 weeks left before the end of the month, before the CPS contract comes to an end, and there's no other contract in place to pay out the social grants by the 1st of April. Remember that the president even set up the interministerial task team to deal with this debacle around the CPS and the payment of social security grants, and that those negotiations have been set aside pending the outcome of this Constitutional Court case. What Black Sash rather is arguing is that the court should allow SASSA to go into a new contract with CPS. Remember that this court back in 2013 ruled against the contract, and also in 2014 said that a new tender process should be rolled out. And CPS, of course, they are one of the people who bid to be part of the new tender. We'll have to wait and see what the outcome of this Constitutional Court will be. And CPS, as you just indicated earlier on as well, is that the CEO has indicated that they need about 12 days to pay out security grants. So chances are, if there's no contract in place by the end of today, they will not be able to pay out the social security grants. Yesterday, rather, we had the Director General of Treasury, who was in Parliament at Scopa, and he explained that according to the systems that are in place, it takes about 3 days. Treasury issues a note to the Reserve Bank, and then the Reserve Bank ensures that the money is in the account. And it seems as though that Balmore is speaking about what happens after the 3 days when those monies are into the accounts of Greenrod Bank.
Now, Eldred, how crucial is today's hearing in deciding specifically how social grants payment crisis is going to end?
It's very crucial. It's crucial in the sense that you have a Constitutional Court that has made a ruling and found that the contract that was awarded back in 2012 was unconstitutional and was invalid. However, though, they set aside the invalidity of the contract and allowed CPS and SASSA to continue pending the outcomes of 2017. SASSA then told the court, while the court was doing its oversight, that it will be able to have its own systems in place by the end of March 2017, and now they've indicated that they don't have the capabilities or the ability to pay out these social security grants, to pay out the social grants. Remember also that the Chief Justice wrote to SASSA as well as the Minister demanding answers around when exactly did they know that they won't be able to pay out these social security grants, and demanding answers whether there is a contract with the CPS, a new contract, and what the terms and conditions of the new contract is. We know for sure that there's no contract between CPS and the department and SASSA. So as that stands, there's no contract. Negotiations have been put aside pending the outcome of this case. So of course we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. But of course it is a very, very crucial case, and extraordinary by all means. And even yesterday when I was writing up the story, where we've indicated that you have all three arms of the state involved in trying to avoid a crisis. You have the executive involved through the interministerial task team. You have Parliament involved through SCOPA trying to demand answers and getting answers around what has transpired. And then, of course, now you have the judiciary through the Constitutional Court, which has been asked to allow this service provider, which is at the center of an unconstitutional contract, to continue providing social security grants in the interim up until the new 10 days run and a new service provider is found.
All right, Aldrin, we'll leave it at that, but we'll wait and see what happens in court today. Thank you so much for coming through. That's our reporter, Aldrin St. Pierre, live from the Constitutional Court. He will bring us updates as to how the case unfolds. Well.